Hello and welcome to the FIBA U17 Women's Basketball World Cup. It's the last day of action and this is classification for who finishes 11th and 12th in this wonderful tournament. Both teams will want to end the tournament on a winning note, but also get that slightly higher rank, of course. We've got the game here today between Latvia and Colombia. Both teams coming off tough losses last night, so they'll be wanting to bounce back as well for a multitude of reasons. My name is Eric McFarlane. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the broadcast today from wherever in the world you may be tuning in. See there the games ahead of us as we determine the final rankings of the tournament. And of course, we build up to the big finals at the main event of today's day of action. Now, of course, if you are new to the coverage, we do it a little bit differently here on the FIBA stream. We have our YouTube chat, which we like to have a chat to you throughout the course of the game. Please obviously keep it respectful. Nothing wrong with some healthy debates and some questions and some answers, but please do make sure that it's all friendly and above board. We are all here to support the great game of basketball and support these athletes about to take the court for both Latvia and Colombia. We already have a let's go in the chat. That's good. That's the energy we want here on the final day of competitions as well. Now, you have up until 5 minutes before the tip-off as well to get your prediction in. It's getting to the really business end of that prediction contest as well, where you can potentially win some Nike gift cards and a replica under-17 FIBA Women's World Cup basketball. So make sure you jump on those predictions, not only for this one in time, but also for the remaining games today as well, because you want to make sure you surge up those rankings and you get some free stuff. How easy is that? Just for showing your knowledge. And of course, we'll talk about our FIBA YouTube membership as well, as we've got this opportunity as the teams make their way to the court. You, of course, can become a FIBA YouTube member. It's not just for this tournament, but for all the tournaments coming up as well. With that YouTube membership, you can unlock exclusive content, get early access to highlights, acquire loyalty badges and emojis during our live streams. You can get a whole bunch of exciting perks, just like the excitement there that Colombian players are getting up and about for. You can pick one of our rookie, starter or MVP tiers and be part of the growing community today. With that said, for all of us in the chat there, please drop us a line. Where are you watching along from today? It is, of course, just after 1 p.m. Check your time. Latvia, I think, is about an hour ahead there, just in the Sunday afternoon. And Colombia, I believe it's first thing in the morning. So you're going to have to brew yourself up a strong batch of that world-famous coffee there. But we're a pleasure to have your company wherever you are tuning in from. So we'd love to hear that. Love to hear from you throughout the broadcast. And also your thoughts. Yes, we've got a Colombian fan there saying, go Colombia. Now, I do apologise. I'll only be able to read English, but I think I can get vamos as we vamos to our national anthems. The Latvian team finished strong with some energy at the end of their national anthems as the coaches exchange handshakes and gifts. It's going to be a good game here as we look forward to a tight contest. Latvia, tough loss yesterday. Really fast start against Italy, but Italy were able to claw them back. And likewise for Colombia, a very tough game where Egypt, the current AfroBasket champions, were able to win comfortably there. So a chance to leave Czechia on a winning note and finish with that 11th place. As the teams go through their final warm-ups, their final shoot-arounds. So far, so good. The layups are good. Let's hope they get a few uncontested layups there because they're on point right now. Well, that was a strength of Latvia's game. It had to be said yesterday in the early days. There's the important people with the whistles. There are our referees for today's contest. Because from Norway, we have Viola Jurgi. From Singapore, Changwing Leong. And from Kazakhstan, Alexei Stepanenko. So they have the important job of officiating the game. Game doesn't exist without those in the power with the whistle. So we thank them and look forward to their efforts today. There's a Colombian starting five here. First of all, we've got Restepro, we've got Bertel, we've got Hurtado, Serna, and Mariana Paz as well. So that's the starting five coming out for Colombia. Looking to finish strong here with a victory. Claim that 11th place. And it's pretty good for both these teams, ranked 15th and 25th respectively in the world. To be able to say that they're 11th in the world is nothing to be sneezed at. There's the Latvian starting lineup there. Starting first with Priadite. And we've got Trukstana taking things out on the court as well. Tikman, Soshnina, and Scrabble will be the five who will start the game for Latvia. Of course, you can be part of the conversation across social media. At NextGenHoops is the social media handles. You can see that on Instagram and X. Also be part of that conversation with the official hashtag FIBA U17. Hashtag FIBA U17. Doing a great job there on the social media, our team there, with all the highlights, the clips, all the key facts and figures and performances. Of course, if you want to follow along with live stats as well, you can jump on the FIBA basketball website. The person who will look at the stats, maybe after the fact, is the Colombian head coach, Ricardo Pinzon, the man with the clipboard for Colombia. Final words of wisdom there in the Latvian camp. Of course, they'll be led by their coach, Ilza Helabovitska. So, an important start here for both teams. As I said, yesterday, Latvia got a really fast start there. So, they started to build momentum early. Oh, we're seeing some waving hands there in the chat. Hello, Claudia Mendes. Hello, that's 4 hands. Is that 2 people watching? 4 people watching? Either way, a hello 4 times for you. Hello, 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 hello. Loving the energy already there in the chat. Thank you very much for being part of that. We'll make sure we have a conversation throughout this contest. For Colombia yesterday, a bit of a slow start, and that was a struggle to rein back. So a fast start, very important here for them as well. All right, who you got? Let's hear in the chat. And let's get ready here for classification game 11 to 12 here in the Under-17 FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup. Final instructions as we await. There's the whistle, and there's the tip-off. Plays a little bit of tunnel ball there with Scrabble. Gets its way to Colombia. Working around the outside. Ooh, almost lost, but manages to bobble it back in. An early whistle there. Foul will be against Priadite. And an early start there for Colombia. We'll see them at the line. Bertel. Throughout the tournament, they're in a 61% proposition from the free throw line. First one is good, opens the account. Anthony Lipari. Hi guys, I'm new here. Well, hello. Seeing some flags in the chat there as well. We're also seeing 2 for 2 for Bertel. Just the start Colombia would have wanted there in the first 15 seconds. So Latvia to the respond there. First time the true offensive set. Scrabble coming off 10 points yesterday in the loss to Italy. Cut through the paint, wonderful connection there. Oh, the ball had a mind of its own and it misses. There's a bit of a scramble and it comes out Colombia's favour. Very unlucky. It was a pretty play until it wasn't. Serna hands it off, gets it back to Bertel. A circumspect look here. Karen Bertel. That is a long-range effort, too long as it were, as it hits nothing but nothing. And that play breaks down for Colombia. Having a look at our prediction contest there. Everyone got it in time. Everyone's predicting a Latvian victory there. And Scrabble tries to reward that faith. Can't on that occasion. The ball will go out of bounds. Of course, the last few games of this tournament. I'm going to make sure you're on that predictor contest, whether it's a little bit too late for this game, but a few more games there, you potentially win that basketball that's being bounced around there. Well, not that specific one. I have to keep clarifying that. And some Nike gift cards. And there's a whistle there as Bertel dished the ball off. Another early foul. Looks like that one has been adjudged to be against Tickman. Quick stop there. Ivanova comes on in her place. Chance to reset. 2 feet set from long range. Hits the rim, but somehow stays in. And who's that come off last? Oh, well, it's going to be a jump ball called there. Possession arrow pointing the way of Latvia. Unless there was an override there, either way. Latvia has possession. Stunner hands it off. Quick movement, feet set for 3. You bet. Lovely work there, working around the perimeter. And Shosnia, opens her account. Pressure there from Latvia causes the error, causes the turnover. A good start there for them. Force the issue. There you go, Trogstana. Again, you can see, happy to share almost a lather, rinse, repeat of the last play. Now they've got into a bit of trouble. A little bit of elbow grease put into that one. There's the open look once more. It falls short of the mark. And walking the tightrope on the line, it's stripped out of the hands and Colombia will get the possession. So a slow start to this one here. Both teams feeling it out here in the process. A made 3 versus 2 free throws to tip this one off. Oh, there's an opening. Draws the crowd. Ooh, and, steps on the line. Didn't realise where the back of her sneaker was. A wry grin there. Unfortunate there because it was a nice move there from Restrepo. But unfortunately, it started out of bounds. Baseline opens up there. Great take. Well read. Shosnia with 2 more to her total. That's all 5 of Latvia's first points. Some protection there. Now gets it back. Oh, blocked over the top. It was read well, and there's another jump ball situation, but great read there from the defense. It looked like they had slipped through the gap there, but not so fast there for Hurtado. Be interesting to see how both coaches use the bench here in this last hit out. Colombia, of course, keeping possession after that block shot. Interesting. Tried to do a little bit of ISO ball there. Didn't quite work. Latvia come away with it. Oh, wonderful pass there. And the foul will be called there. As Ivanova went basket. Looked like there was a chop across her chops. Get another look at that in the replay. Great work there. Stick, move, and yeah, just a little trailing arm there. We'll see Darina Ivanova at the line. First one is good. Of course, you'll see all the highlights and all the clips of this FIBA Under-17 Women's Basketball World Cup. Looks like an early break there. Ivanova will get another chance. Across social media, at NextGenHoops is the handle. And you can join in the conversation across Instagram and X using the official hashtag FIBA U17. Got a chance to make amends and didn't quite get it there, so just the one. Tough work there. And then Des was trying to get past, eventually does so. Escortia. Able to take some contact, look in the corner. Not so fast. There comes the shot. Over eggs the pudding. It misses. So Colombia yet to make a field goal yet. There too, coming from the charity stripe. Solid body work there. With strength to get into the lane there for Shasnia, but doesn't quite get the basket. Now a wide open look, and we have a wedgie. Oh no. Nadianova can hardly believe her luck, and now, oh, it's a multi-purpose mop. It mops, it prods, it keeps the game going, as there we see the offensive wedgie. Detention for you, no wedgies on the court. Or a lapse there on the inbound gears. Scrabble all the time in the world to nail that from long range. And with a 9-2 start, the timeout has been called. Good response there from Latvia after the first two went in from the free throw line for Colombia. Loving seeing a few MVPs join in, part of our FIBA YouTube membership program. You can be part of those exalted ranks, whether it's an MVP starter or a rookie. Be part of our growing community today and become a FIBA YouTube member. There we see Colombia yet to hit from the field. The assist there though because of the free throw. So much like yesterday, a fast start here for Latvia. Had a 10-0 run early in that first quarter. Just saw a tablet there and it looked like it had the FIBA Live stats on it. So if it's good enough for our coaching staff, it's more than good enough for us. Make sure you're on the FIBA Basketball website for all the live stats and all the live action, along with some great articles and some previews of the finals games later today as well. So the team there on the FIBA Basketball website, not just for this tournament, doing some wonderful work. That one's lost the handle straight in the middle. Not the start, not the response they wanted out of the timeout. Uses the right there, but was falling away from the basket for Bracane. So Colombia will take that stop. There's a few more MVPs. Join the chat. 3 points do not join the chat as well in kind. Over the back there, help side defense comes, causes the turnover. Really well read there by the defensive set. Now can they turn defense into that first field goal? Not quite yet, has to wait for the cavalry to arrive. And, oh, just ran into trouble there, was expecting support there in the paint. No one decided to fill up the paint can. And now, on the other side, bang, bang, looked like a pinball machine. And it's going to be a foul. 18 over. Gets up off the court there. That all-purpose mop is doing its damage again. Bang, bang. High score. Maybe another spin there in the pinball machine. Thank you, Faker Logo. Let's go, Latvia. Rasputin, greetings, my friend. Good to have you back in the chat. So an eventful start here. Had wedgies. Had some good three-pointers and some good defense there for the inbound. Oh, interesting. Looks like the over in the back is going to be called there. Deflection there, not enough to save Chokstana. Colombia with another stop. Over the back. Now spin. Off the bank. Oh, that one was cruel. It looked like a skateboard half pipe. Curled in, then curled up, and then didn't get the result. A good awareness there. The pass was on. Aganovica. Working around the outside. Again. Puts a little too much on that one. Strong there by Centeva. And then floats into the mid-range. Not good enough there that time. Strong rebound with pace. Here comes the Colombians there in Bertel. And a travel, too much pace as it were. Feet couldn't keep up, or maybe Karen couldn't keep up with her feet. It's a chicken and the egg situation there. Just means that Latvia get the ball back. Oh, that was ambitious there. Read nicely again. Another steal. A few turnovers early in this one there. Teams are trying to make something happen, be a bit more assertive. That one misses. Underneath the hoop, and the whistle there as Tickmare was very deep into that paint. There appears to be called on Paz. Oh, no, maybe the first one there. Maybe Restrepo getting a little bit overzealous. Either way. It's going to end with a trip to the line. It's Mariana Paz who will take a seat on the bench after that. First one is good there for Tickmare. 2 from 2 there for Patricia Tickmare, coming off 8 points last night. Apologies, I say last night. It was an afternoon game. Just throwing in a bit of the Australian time zone there. Oh, looked like there was 2 hands in the back there. They stepped out of bounds again? My goodness. We might need to put some UV paint on those lines. Blending in a little too nicely, or not nicely at all, with you reading for Colombia here. Chesnia. He had the dribble that limited the options until the paint. Back to Chesnia. It was all a ruse. It was a trap. Hits the 3. The 12-point margin now in the early days of this. Just need a nerve settler in the field here, Colombia. And then, oh, could have been an option there. Maybe just not the confidence to shoot straight away. Now there's a look in the corner. 2 feet set. Ball misses the hoop. As there's a bit of a commotion there. Really well done by Pedroza to keep the ball in Colombian possession there. Could have easily let that one go to Latvia. Yeah, agree there. There's some lovely ball movement there from Latvia on offense. There's a bit of a discussion going on there between officials. Don't think the ball's going to be overturned, but 0.4 seconds on the clock makes this very tough. And there's a shot clock violation there. Always tough when you've got such little time on the shot clock, especially if you're throwing in a pass at that lower level. And unfortunately on that case, too low to get a shot off in time. Speaking of levels, you can level up your experience here, become a FIBA YouTube member, unlock exclusive content, get early access to highlights, acquire loyalty badges and emojis. during our live streams. Check it out. You can be a rookie starter or MVP and join our FIBA YouTube community. Is it stolen away? Oh, just tantalizing there. Just teasing is that Molten basketball as Mendez watches it go out of play. Just under 3 minutes remain here. Of course, the winner of this game takes out the 11th position. And, oh, no, that one just falling away. Couldn't quite get the balance. It doesn't find the middle of the hoop. There's a nice little dribble. Shot was open. It was on. Doesn't come away with the result. Little double grab. Good enough to recover there. Laganovic. And then corner. 3 ball. That one. Oh, that bounced over the backboard and somehow stayed in play. Much to the shock of everyone, except Melania. Working through the paint. 3 on the shot clock. Something's got to go up. Laganovic manages to draw the contact. Throws herself in like a wrecking ball. And, oh yeah, just not quite there in time. There was Hurtado. Just a bit reactionary there with that defense. And that will also now see Latvia in the bonus for the rest of this quarter with 2 minutes to go. Treshnia takes a well-deserved breather. A couple of big shots there for her. 8 points already for Evelina. Important for Latvia to continue here. And after that wrecking ball style offense, Laganovic also gets a well-deserved break. 13 points to margins. It is a 15-0 run after the first 2 points went in. No, my apologies. It's 13-0 run. And trying to find their way back to the hoop. Jump ball called. And let's see which way in which the possession arrow points. Colombia will keep the ball. Step back from outside the arc. Step back too far and it's allowed to bounce out. A question from Rasputin in the chat. Under 17 players play with size 6 balls. When did the change from size 5 happen? I'm not too sure. That's a good one there. We might have a look at that in one of the breaks and get back to you on that one, Rasputin. See if there's someone or if someone in the chat happens to know that answer. We'd love to hear it. Love to see a lot of open collaboration there in the chat. As it's been some open collaboration here from Latvia. Oh, attempting the hoop there. The Sakalova didn't get the basket and the wheels fell off that play. And unfortunately, there's no emergency breakdown assistance. That's a shot clock violation. Oh, that's it. Lovely block. Beautifully timed. Great awareness. Bang, bang. Squatters' rights claimed there by Hurtado. Step through the paint, but gives it away. Just couldn't get past the defender, and there's a whistle there. Now, if that's a foul, we might be walking the court. There's the clear instruction there and the 2 shots. So we are going to be taking a stroll down the court. Now, we had the overwhelming unanimous vote on the predictor contest saying that Latvia was going to win, and at the moment, everybody is looking like a genius. Of course, there's a few more games to go before the finals as well today, as these final classifications are done. Jump on the predictor contest at FIBA Basketball or on FIBA Basketball website. You can potentially win some Nike gift cards or a replica of that basketball that just went through the hoop there for Sakalova. Oh, an early break again. All for naught, though. The ball goes through the hoop. Sakalova goes 2 for 2. 17-2 here, and the turnover. Pleading the case there is Restrepo. There is a discussion coming on there. We may have a look at this. No, we won't. And continue on. Can't hardly believe it. Their coach Big Zone. Went towards the hoop, but left the ball behind. An important passenger required. Left behind. Restrepo moves the ball. And the options dry up there as they force across and really restrict that space. Latvia moving well in defense here at the moment as Colombia is trying to create their own energy. Bertel. Up the baseline's got 3 to work. Oh, the little reversing. Plays some reverse Uno. Comes away with a much needed basket there. Karen Bertel. Scrabble, shot clock switched off. Oh, the support comes. Oh, got the hand caught in the proverbial cookie jar. He didn't come away with no choc chip cookies there to Karen Bertel. It was there for the taking. It was teasing. It was saying, please steal me. But couldn't quite on that occasion. And Patricia Tickman will find her way at the line. First one is good then. Goes 1 of 2. And with 2.3 seconds left, Colombia will have a chance to do something crazy here and get some momentum going into quarter time. Bertel, trapped in the corner, may run out of time, in fact does. And a tough start there for Colombia. Sees the first quarter come to an end there. But I will say they'll take some comfort in the fact that Italy were able to chase down Latvia. Smaller margin at quarter time, but there's still plenty of chapters left in this book to write here. Latvia very happy with a commanding start. You see there the tail of the quarter. Just a 1 field goal there for Colombia, whereas Latvia have been able to really make some hay as the sun has been shining from the 3-point line. Already put the ball through the hoop 3 times from the land of plenty. And you can see another testament there to the ball movement. 7 assists already in a quarter. And we'll see they're right on cue. Great work from the producers queuing up the assists and the blocks. It's been a smothering right now here from Latvia. Of course, we had a brief delay in the game there. Ball wedged into the hoop. We said, let's try that again. That time it went through the hoop. Wonderful work there. Then the block came across. Well read. That was really well done. Would love that one from Hurtado.
How many times are we going to see this? Baseline. Are you kidding me? Papa Nicolau says, give it to me. I'll go attacks to close out. Beat Bruno inside. Fills it up. It's all right.
Welcome back to Brno in Czechia for the second quarter between Colombia and Latvia. A big shout out to Brno and the whole country of Czechia, who've been wonderful hosts for this entire tournament as we get to the crescendo. And oh, that's a little bit too easy. Just breezes past like a changing of the winds. Nadia Nova is fouled as she had the door wide open. Thank you for everyone who is joining in on the chat, showing some support for their team. It's Nadia Nova, Yelitseveta, sorry, gets that first. You can also be part of the conversation on social media, at NextGenHoops is the handle. Hashtag FIBA U17 is the official hashtag across Instagram and X. So a quick start there to the quarter. Sees Latvia extend on that 14-point quarter time lead. Mendez takes a tour of the facilities until she's ejected from it. You shut out pass as Patricia Tickmare. Mendez had a ball of her own, and Tickmare says, I don't think so. Not so fast there. Off the inbound. Aurelio hands it off. Bertel. Lovely step. Just too much to take on. The offensive rebound there creates a second chance opportunity. And Sarah Murillo will go to the line to shoot two. Strong there, just grabbing the ball at the highest point. That was just a player who wanted it more than anyone else on that play. No. Murillo not yet, hasn't quite hit a free throw yet in this tournament. We'll hope this is the one. Oh, that's cruel. It was in, then it was out, and then stayed out. Rakane into the action. Dishes the ball off. Again, that ball movement here from Latvia. Oh, is it stolen there? Shosnia gets in the passing lane, and Rakane, lovely pass. Gets it to Tickmare, and they make the most of that. Oh, you beat me to it, Rasputin. Doing your own research here. We'll shout that out in a moment. Oh, lovely step through again. Murillo stepping up to the plate in this quarter, attacking the paint. Didn't need the free throw line this time. Shosnia thought about it. Doesn't decide to be about it. Finds the better look. Doesn't get the execution there. Oh, bounces off. Great rebound there. It was strong work. It was tough stuff there from Bertel. Ellen misses. Who gets the rebound? Ends up going to Rakane. So surveys the scene. Gets it in. Almost ripped away. A tough fight now. Back to whence it came. Can't get the basket there underneath the hoop. 3 on the shot clock. Passed out. Shosnia on the buzzer. Oh. It won't be exactly how they drew it up, but at the end of the day, the result will say +3. For those keeping an eye on the change to a size 6 ball, occurs for girls at age 10 and boys at age 12. Important basket there. We're relaying that fact there by Mendez. A lot of love for America in the chat. They, of course, taking on Spain in the final later today. Oh, well done underneath the hoop. Priadite. It's 27-8 at the moment in this one. Ooh, looked like there was a bit of contact. Works through it. Oh, hits the ground hard. You're going to get a foul there. I hope they're okay. It's one of those ones, it's just you hit the ground hard, can wind you pretty badly. Again, trying to work through and, oh, arms outstretched there. And when you've got your arms outstretched and you're falling with velocity, it's definitely gonna hurt. So we'll take a moment here to get some deep breaths here. Won't rush this at all. Looks to be in quite a bit of distress though. It was a brave take there to try and work that in. Just really, the Latvian defense has been working really well in closing off that space. Don't think there was anything malicious in that at all. Just a bit of a conversation there. Have an MVP join the chat there in the downtime here. Up on her feet now, so I'm glad to see that for Maria Mendez. Not going to take any risk here. Take all the precaution. And we'll get assessed and some time there. Recover her faculties. Didn't quite see on the replay where the head hit the floor. Hopefully not the case, but we are just very aware and careful now as the inbounds pass works out successfully there for Colombia as they start to get a bit of momentum going. Into double digits now for Colombia. Nadia Nova has to stop, prop, and reaching over the top there, judged by the referee. And the educated walk towards the boundary there by Paz, just to collect her thoughts. Scrabble. Gets some protection there. Lovely step through. Doesn't get the basket though. Deserved it. Deserved to be a highlight, but now quickly in transition. Well done. That was strong work there. A little bit off balance, but managed to keep her cool. And that's 2 there for Murillo. Colombia bring it back now to a 15-point margin. A few baskets there, starting to build some belief. Ivanova. Oh, Scrabble is able to get to where it was. We'll set a task. Step back, foot either side of the line. Ball neither side of inside the rim. Breezes past, there's the fake, didn't have the support. And just in a couple of different lines there, unfortunately, travelled cold there against Cerna. But yeah, dragging that foot there, just didn't have that support where she thought it might be. Of course, you can support all your favourite players by reading up about them, checking out the articles on our FIBA basketball website, and also having a look at the live stats in real time as well. FIBA basketball website for this and all the tournaments here. And on those FIBA live stats, you can add 2 more to Evelina Sheshnia. And that, she's up to 13 already. Having a heck of an afternoon. And the afternoon is still young. Goes in and under, but lets the ball off like a kid at the fair with a balloon. That one just went nowhere. Went into the night sky. What will Latvia have here? Working their way. That one goes out of bounds. And can hardly believe it, can Sosnea, that she gets it back. But she'll take it. She won't say no. Sosnea fakes one way, goes the other, finds the pass on the inside. It was just down at the ankles there. Ivanova unable to reel it in. Colombia come away with the basketball. Putting the skis on, going downhill. And is fouled on the approach. Scotia will find her way to the line. A bit more aggressive in this quarter and getting into the paint. Importantly there as well, what they've been able to not only get some points on the board here, but they have also now got Latvia at the limit. So any foul from here in just under 5 minutes of play in this quarter, we'll see Colombia go to the foul line. And Scotia says, well, if you're going to put me on the foul line, I'm going to make you pay for it. She's going at 82% from the charity stripe throughout this tournament. And an early break again. So both teams a little too keen there to rebound. Oh, no, it wasn't. My apologies. Stepped over the line this time. So rather than defending on the rebound, it was the shooter. Into the paint, in and under, great defense. Tickmare thought she was through. Other ideas were presented to her. Look at that, Hurtado. Ball misses. Oh, waiting. Gets the winning ticket there. Escortia. Couldn't believe her luck. The ball just came out to her. Now she'll get it back. What she got here, up her sleeves. Falling with style, the old Buzz Lightyear play. And we'll find a trip again to the foul line. So 29-13. A reminder of the prediction contest as well. Still a few more games to go today before the final between the USA and Spain. What a tantalising contest that is going to be. First one no good there for Escortia. A big thank you to everyone in the chat joining in there as well. Showing some love there with the emojis and the support there of their teams and a bit of motivation as well. Of course, you can get access to some even more some emojis and badges there by becoming a FIBA YouTube member as well. Check that out as you're watching along. Just impeded the path illegally there, did Colombia. And Shashnea will she go to the line? We'll wait and see what the referee or judges. Yeah, just a little nudge there. A little overzealous there from Scherner. It's going to be called on the floor, so no shots there. Colombia now at the limit. Laganovica. Let's look to see what's inside. Forced out. Oh, strong work there. Kept by Shashnea. And just over-penetrated into the paint there. Almost put the ball in the hoop from underneath. Which wouldn't have counted. Using that height. And now the open look in the corner for three. It hits the top of the backboard. I'm sure of it. Well, that's what I get for being sure of things. I thought that was pretty clear, but I have not got the best view in the house, and the referees are always the one to, maybe there a foul against Shashnea coming into play. In fact, that is what's happened there. Perhaps happened just before the ball took that errant bounce. A little too much mustard on that. Hot dog at the free throw line. Gets to the back of the rim. The correction is good there on the second for Hurtado. Colombia will be a lot happier with this quarter. It is even. So, as happy they will be that it hasn't extended from the quarter time break. We'll need to start to make some inroads. Scrabble will have different ideas. She had a lot of ideas there. Looked like she was stuck on a twister board there for a sec. Then stepping through, that one misses for Tickmare. Quick fire response. Not so fast. So a foul as well. And as I mentioned there, Colombia were at the limit. So, well, two was shown that they were going to shoot two, but might be not quite yet. So deemed it was still an offensive act, not a defensive act. The adjustment is made. Nadianova up the baseline, throws the ball into the Colombian defense. And lucks a fortune there. Goes out of bounds. Also, if you are on social media, on X or Instagram, you can follow at NextGenHoops. We'll have all the highlights and clips there. And that won't be a highlight, unfortunately. Just went through the hands. A little bit too strong there for Nadianova. Drawing a crowd, Bertel. Hands it off, and that is a tough make there from Hurtado. Meant to get the protractor out there and work the angles. Out the back, Scrabble. Finds the corner. Oh, what a response there. Left outside alone there, Laganovica. And makes Colombia pay just as they were feeling like they were starting to grow some momentum. That's a lovely stroke there. Timeout is called, so 32-17. We will get that widget updated. Colombia have called a timeout. I want to start to make some bigger inroads in this last 2.5 minutes to get some momentum at halftime. You've seen the ball movement here from Latvia has been wonderful. They like to share the ball, like to look for the extra pass. They've got 11 assists so far in this one. Colombia have been a bit more assertive in the paint, which has shown some dividends for them. That was a lovely stroke. Please be sure, Rasputin, every time I say left outside alone, it's an Anastasia reference, and people of a certain vintage will appreciate and understand that. It was interesting. Jacinta Govind, another one of our wonderful commentators, have been part of the FIBA coverage, was mentioning the song choices there in the arena through the call and through her social media, saying, seems like the song choices are tailored more to the parents. And unfortunately there for Colombia, not able to get the ball over in time. Great pressure there from Latvia, sending a message straight out of that timeout. Scrabble gets the fake, gets the look, overcorrected there with the shot. Hurtado hands it off. Oh, lovely work there. Great separation. It's Bertel. Come away with the two. So 13 points the margin. Strong in and under. Trying to get that inside-outside game going there. Not quite on that occasion. Misses there. Centre put in motion. Might get it back here. Hit a few threes yesterday. Was dared by the Italians to do so. And she went 3 of 8. Was posted waiting there, but didn't get there after the paint drive. Hotel hands it back to a Scorcher. Oh, hits the deck hard. Blocking foul called. It's always a little bit of a insult to injury there when you hit the deck, but I don't think there was much that you could do about that, but definitely a foul there. Scrabble takes a breather. .60 seconds to go in this first half. Just doesn't quite get the friendly roll there off the hoop. Albert Escocia. I do apologise after mentioning that she was pretty clinical at the free throw line. I don't think she's made one since. That is what they call the commentator's curse. Thought about it, just decides discretion's a better part of valor from the outside. Instead, the long-range speculator, and actually managed to keep that in Latvian possession. Well done, if so, from Patricia Tickmare. Falling off the tightrope, had the wherewithal to throw the ball off the Colombian defender and get another opportunity here. What's she doing in the field? Agus Faisal, you'll have to be a little bit more clearer there in terms of who's doing what in the field. I can tell you right now that two's gone through and for Shashnia, but we have a player down. So we're going to take a moment here. It's been a bruising battle so far. It does look to be in quite a bit of discomfort there, so I hope she is okay, but struggling to get up right there, and they won't rush this either there. They'll take their time. Chad, just only available to watch the loser brackets matches. I think that will get updated as the day progresses. We do definitely have some a call team ready to go for that later on. So we'll have a look and just double check the YouTube channels there and see what's going on with that one. But I can assure you those finals games will be playing and broadcast. If I may give away the accent a bit, I'll have a very vested interest in that bronze medal game. But of course, the main event contest between number 1 and number 2 in the world, USA and Spain. Very exciting, can't wait for that one. As we see the camera work there, looks like an ankle complaint there. May have just... Yeah, I agree with you, Rasputin. Never want to see anybody hurt and injured in there. And so much discomfort there. And will be helped off there, so hoping it's nothing too serious there for Hurtado. Looks like she'll go straight to the rooms there to get that attention. Unable to put some weight on that ankle. So we hope that all is as okay as can be. She gets assessed, and we've got 39. Well, that's the thing. Sometimes ankles are a tricky thing. It was said there in the chat there that didn't look like there was too much to it, but ankles are just funny things. They tweak or twist at the wrong angle, and even just strains and ligaments can cause so much damage for innocuous things. So, yeah, it's just hard to tell from afar on that one. 5 on the shot clock. Forget that. Just put it through the hoop. Karen Brattel says, I don't care about your shot clock. All I care about is the scoreboard. We'll add 3 to that. Thank you very much. Final 10 seconds here of the half. Goes back on the buzzer. Half time. Not so much. And importantly, Colombia have won the quarter. They've won that quarter by 2. Brought the margin back down to 12 points. It's Latvia 34, Colombia 22. It's building some belief there, but a key watch and act will be the health of Hurtado. Chad in the chat there in YouTube says, nice Colombia. And that was a bit of fight there shown by them. Rebounds pretty even. Turnovers, though, pretty nasty for both sides, but Colombia being made to pay more. So Schneer, as you can imagine, just a scoring machine. 15 points so far in this one, leads all scorers. Big shout out to Czechia as well, as we see the sponsorships there. Visit Czechia. Czechia have been magnificent hosts here, specifically Brno, of this under 17 FIBA Women's World Cup. There's been some good paint defense, but both teams have been trying to get into the paint quite liberally. There have been a few 3-point attempts there. Whoa! It's like we worked on that one and like we rehearsed it. Well done there, the production team. A couple of 3-pointers there from Latvia. A few in that first quarter got things going. Look at that. Will be missed Hurtado if that is in fact her afternoon. But that was a great read defensively. Lovely step through there by Murillo. Had a bit of a purple patch in the second quarter. So did Colombia. They got a bit of a running there. Murillo again showing some strength through contact. And Hurtado. The Latvia were able to get some daggers from long range when needed, just to get a little bit of momentum going. Shoshnia showing her wares as she has all tournament.
How many times are we going to see this? says, give it to me. Chicago attacks to close out. Beat Bruno inside.
Fills it up. It's all right.
What do you think?
Oh my goodness, get out of here.
Attack corner pocket and Bruno.
And then you've got this woman here, Asia.
And what a finish.
Didn't overplay. Still doing players without playing one-on-one.
Because she's excited with passion.
Rebound, 6 assists.
Roberts, you gotta love it.
Buckets at the buzzer.
And these fans here in Kobe, they love it. They absolutely love seeing
Caitlin Clark gets to the passing lane, goes coast to coast for the and one opportunity.
You ain't never seen
What do you think?
Oh my goodness, get out of here.
Attack corner pocket and Bruno.
And then you've got this woman here, Asia.
And what a finish.
Didn't overplay it. Still elite players without playing one-on-one.
Because she's excited with passion.
6 rebounds, 6 assists.
Roberts, you gotta love it.
Buckets at the buzzer.
And these fans here in Kobe, they love it. They absolutely love seeing it.
Gets to the passing lane, goes coast to coast for the N1 opportunity.
You ain't never seen nothing like this.
Dominic Malaga throws it down.
I'm on the ground waiting to come up. You ain't never seen nothing like this.
How many times are we gonna see this? Baseline, are you kidding me?
Papa Nicolau says, give it to me.
Go attacks to close out. Beat Bruno inside.
Fills it up. It's all right.
Welcome back to Brno for this final day of competition in the Under-17, the FIBA Under-17 Basketball World Cup here. And it is Latvia who hold a 12-point advantage at the major break. Colombia winning that second quarter. My name is Eric McFarlane. Thank you very much for joining in and tuning in wherever you might be in the world. I understand it's nice and early in Colombia, but hopefully you've put some water in the eyes there and you're up and ready here, because this still has the makings of something that could be pretty special here for Colombia. But for Latvia, they've shown some great shooting, some clinical execution when required, when it feels as though Colombia have been at the gates. Now, a big talking point out of that first half, unfortunately for Colombia, with 38 seconds to go in the half, unfortunately, an injury there to Hurtado may have soured things there. A lower leg, maybe an ankle injury, was taken off the court. So hopefully they are okay, but unsure whether or not we are going to see Dieselin Zuniga Hurtado again. And also there was an incident with, I believe, Paz as well, hitting the floor pretty hard. So hopefully for them they're okay. Whether or not we see them again today, that may be a different story. But speaking of stories, there are a bunch of stories and a bunch of prep that you can do here for the games coming up for the remaining days here in Czechia. On the FIBA Basketball website, you can jump on there. There's a nice preview of the finals. And of course, you can follow along the live stats like I do here. I think the injury will have a big impact on Colombia's game? Well, look, I think Hurtado has been one of the main players. So, you know, sometimes you can cover that, but I think she has been really important stepping up when required. So I think it will, but hopefully someone can, you know, one person's misfortune is another person's opportunity. And so an opportunity here on this great stage there for someone to step up and fill the void. And of course, you can be part of this conversation like our friends in the YouTube chat by just jumping in there, being a subscriber. Subscribe to the FIBA YouTube channel. That way you can watch all the great basketball action, not just the remaining action here in the Under-17 Women's Basketball World Cup, but throughout the year. You also can be a FIBA YouTube member as well. Get access to exclusive content, early access to highlights, acquire loyalty badges and emojis during our live streams. Pick one of our rookie, starter, or MVP tiers and be part of our growing community today. So we have 20 minutes of basketball left for Latvia and Colombia here in Czechia. Paz on the court. It's good to see. And we are underway. Colombia got the first 2 points of the game. Oh, that looks more like rugby than basketball. It's still a bit of a scrum forming here. There's the whistle. It's going to be a jump ball called. And possession area will go to Latvia. And with that try, almost expected them to start kicking for the conversion. But Latvia put on the pressure coming out of that halftime break. Working their way through, left that one short. A rare blemish there for Shashnaya, the leading scorer of the game so far. The Strapo finds the dribble inside the arc, hits the left of the rim. Scrabble, filling the lane nicely, blocked out of there, Bertel. Ran the lane nicely there, perfect anticipation. Shashnaya works through, doesn't get there. The walls came closing down and was enough to affect the shot legally. A great start defensively from both sides. And just as I say that, a foul is committed. Foul looks like it's going to be against Scrabble in the act of shooting. It's going to be Mariana Paz to go to the line. In 50-50 during the tournament. First one misses, so through the law of averages, it should say that this one will go in. There we go. Numbers don't lie. Although sometimes you can make them say what you want to, but that one was right on half of the course. Picks up the dribble. Trying to find their way through the paint. Loses the handle there. It's given away by Troxtana. Bertel feel as though a lot more is going to be on her shoulders with that injury there to Hurtado. Misses that one. Troxtana engages with Shashnaya. Gets it back in rapid time. Oh, lovely help defense there. Comes away with the steal. Could see that happening. Had tomorrow's paper today and came away with the basketball. Almost loses the handle. Shashnaya hits the deck. Right on the line. Wonderful shot, and we're back into a single-digit margin for the first time in some time. Has looks like the one to take the opportunity. Falling away with it there. Able to dish it off. Strong rebound. Ripped away. Taken away there by Troxtana, which gives them the other opportunity, which they can't capitalise. There's a lot more basketball to go. There was a question about whether or not the finals are available there. Depending on your time zone, you might have to look onto a Monday schedule as well. But did do a double check of that during the halftime break, and we have those ready to go on the YouTube channels. Ready to go. Coming out of this break is Colombia. Has really stepped up. Now Bertel takes a step. Bobbles. And that's gone through. That was improvised as we went along, but the end result is there. We're back to a 7-point margin here. Although that opens up in the corner. Scrabble. There's the reply, and wants the foul as well. He's not going to get that. He's going to have to settle with a triple. Much needed settler there for Latvia. They don't want to have any demons coming back from yesterday's game where they held a 10-point advantage. Margin was out to 19 earlier. That's a lovely pass. And yeah, the foul as Tickmare was walking away from the basket. Using that wingspan there to draw the overcommitment from the defender. Lovely pass, and yeah, one of those ones where Bertel was really committed to have to do something there. Patricia Tickmare will be at the line. Marta, a centre back, will come into the court. Tickmare, he's got 3 of 4 so far. Make that 4 of 5 from the free throw line today. Doesn't make the second. But a little 4-point mini run here has helped Latvia. And that helps as well. Ripping that away. Although unable to make the free throw under a lot of pressure there was Nadianova. Did well to get the steal. And now Bertel gets them on their heels. Step through. Yes, well done. Another appeal for a foul from a player. That time the Scorcher. Might be a little bit of ones that goes in. They're not getting the foul call. Oh, just now. This breezed pass. Left the opponents with nothing but dust to look at. And there it is, another slightly delayed whistle there. See another trip to the foul line here. Just seeing those opportunities here, both teams there being assertive there with a little bit of space to work with. And forcing the defenders to react there. So not being able to stay set with what they want to do and just a little delayed with their reactions, it has to be said, some of these defensive efforts so far. Calls for a travel, perhaps? Could be there. Could be one of those 6 of one, half a dozen the other. First one no good at the line there for Restrepo. Second one better. Back to 10 points to margin here. Of course, in our prediction contest, all of our predictors predicted Latvia would win this. At the moment, they're looking the goods. Still a few more games to get on board that contest as that 3 misses. Strong effort there. But the ball just goes out of bounds there. It was really good effort there at first there for Flores Perez. As we get a timeout. Our predictor contest, you can win the under-17 FIBA Women's World Cup replica basketball or some Nike gift cards by predicting correctly the margin and working your way up the leaderboard. And at the moment, no predictions going on in the timeouts. Or maybe they're trying to predict some plays. Latvia doing well to hold Colombia at bay. They're up by 10 with 5 minutes 17 to play in the third. We've said they've been shooting the ball nicely. Field goal percentages have dropped. They are making the most at the free throw line. It's a good start here. Strong work there as well, so attacking the paint. That was a lovely bit of vision. And the 3-point honoured the pass. Colombia just doing it inch by inch.
How many times are we going to see this? Baseline. Are you kidding me?
Papa Nicolau says, give it to me.
Go attacks to close out. Beat Bruno inside.
Fills it up. It's all right.
Back into live action here after that timeout. Colombia making slight inroads here. Now making inroads into the paint. What a finish. Time to perfection there by Restrepo. Back to 8 points the margin. Laganovica dishes it off. Nadine over. Works her way up the middle. Strong underneath there, Arsentova. Another opportunity here for Latvia. Misses there. That time it's Scrabble. Welcome to a couple of MVPs in the chat. Join their ranks by becoming a FIBA YouTube member today. Check out the MVP rookie and starter tiers. And that is an MVP style finish and take there. Wonderful work there. Elba Escortia. Didn't let the pressure affect her at all. She's now up to 8 points. Is there a wrinkle in this tail? I tell you what. Latvian fans will be hoping this isn't a case of deja vu all over again. Free throw misses. So it remains a 6 point margin. Krishnia. Give, go. Ivanova. Dishes off. Patient. 5 on the shot clock. Laganovica to the outside. Hits the rim. Oh, that. Well, tall players, they don't get any shorter as the game goes on. Using that reach there. And losing the handle. Comes out. And there it is. Great dogged determination there by Colombia. Not allowing Shashnia to get past. And through that hustle have managed to effect the turnover. Well, some of these highlights we're seeing might end up on the social media at NextGenHoops. Is the handle there on Instagram and X. There's a little decoy players run. You can join in the conversation on those platforms as well. Hashtag FIBA U17, the official hashtag of the Cup. Bertel, is it lost? I need to see the word of the referee there. The ball was lost, and in the endeavour to win it back, the foul committed. I let off there. Trishnia at the baseline, and now leaves it open there. Classy work there from Arsentova. As I said, knocked 3 from long range, so has got some deceptive range. You can't be leaving her open. That one has come off a Colombian sneaker. This is always the tough part when you're chasing a margin early in the game. You don't have to be perfect, but you've got to be pretty close to it because you can just be little body blows to the morale when there are turnovers. Because you have to take the game on, and that comes with risk. Krishnia draws the 2. There's going to be a foul. Yeah, there it is. Arsentova clearly bumped off that one there by Paz. There you go. Yeah. Just a split second there and delay in reading that causes the off-balance defensive effort there. First one unsuccessful there for Marta Arsentova. Had 11 points yesterday in the game against Italy. He's had 3 of those from beyond the arc. Laying down the challenge for her all game to shoot from beyond the arc and made them pay a couple of times. 9 points to the margin. Feet set. That one a little too long in the tooth. They almost raffle it there to the Latvian defenders. Brocane. Always got a head on the swivel, Brocane. Always looking to try and make something work. An impact player off the bench. Oh, went from the low to the up to the low to the up. Probably in too many minds there was Ivanova. Estrepo dishes it off. Bertel. And inside the arc, just a little bit left of the cup. Miss there for Pedroza. Brocane. Great awareness. Back to Shoshnia. And that one's hit the shot clock. And that causes the game to stop. There's a lot of great action to come, not only in this tournament today on its final day, but a lot of great basketball coming to you from around the world. They need to get over that half-court line before we start thinking about other locations. They do so. Best way to be part of it is being a FIBA YouTube member. Exclusive content, early access to highlights. Is that going to be a highlight? Not quite. Unless you're a fan of rebounds, it was a good rebound. Rebounds sometimes don't get the love, so I'm going to call that a rebound highlight for Ivanova. Brocane's got space. Has she got three? Just on her jersey for now. Final minute here of the third term. Latvia have done well to stem the tide. Oh, well read underneath there with the offensive rebound. No foul called. They will call for it there from her teammates, but a Scorcher won't get that. Chop out. And the foul now comes, but on the other end of the court. I'm seeing some flags in the chat, some biceps and some love. Thank you very much, Emmanuels. Just showing the love there in the chat. We love love in the chat. That was a bit mushy for a Sunday afternoon, but we love love. Keep on bringing the love there. You'll be happy with the response from Colombia, I'm sure. Both teams in the bonus, so that's why we're at the foul line here. Colombia winning this quarter so far, but doing it by inches. Nadianova at the line. Gets the second, pushes it back out to double digits. Quick movement, avoids the trap. Bertel tries to take them all on. Thou shalt not pass, but thou shalt get it back. Thou shalt not score. There was a whistle there in the commotion. Some calm being called for there as well, off screen. We're going to have a quick look at this. We're going to check some things here. Make sure we're happy with the way the whistle is whistled there. Trying to keep up there with the hand signals there. Almost looked like we were trying to land a plane, but looks like we're going to get a review on this one. Now, if you're on the broadcast yesterday, this is where I'm going to throw it over to you here for the official review, because my eyesight is going quickly. I don't think this is the review we're looking for, but we're just finding this out. She's almost lost another ankle there, unfortunately. We see the referees collaborate. Just still feel as though we're in reaching distance here. So It'll be interesting to see what the call is and what they are looking at here. We get a thumbs up. That's a universal signal for we are happy with what's going on. At least we have some clarity. Doesn't feel as though that's felt across the benches. Yeah, this one's a bit of a confusing one. It's hard without the audio. I can't quite make out what exactly it is they're trying to claim or review specifically. So we're really just at the mercy and waiting to find out what the official decisions are going to be from here. So it's Ilsa trying to get that clarity. Shoshnia takes a spot on the bench. Now she's got 3 personal fouls. It goes to Colombia off the inbound. And there's another whistle. This one, I think, is a little bit more legible. Ooh, maybe that left arm trailing behind. Either way, Bertel won't say no to going to the charity stripe. Gets the first, puts her up to 10 now, leading the scoring for Colombia. She goes 2 of 2. Shot clock switched off here in the third. 7 points the margin. Oh, quick take there. Oh, blocked away! Not so fast. She was through, then Restrepo said, "You're not through." And I'm through with this offensive play. They do get a chance to reset. Oh, something's happened there in the paint. Clutching into the face there. Restrepo now takes on 3 defenders, misses. Strong O-board, doesn't get it back through. And that is 3/4 time, a missed opportunity there for Colombia. But I have to agree with you here, Chad. This game is set up. It's a good game so far, and it's set up for what could be a barnstorming finish. Colombia have made up 5 points in that quarter, now only trailing by 7. And the scoreboard is ever so slightly continuing to go in their favour. They haven't had luck from the 3-point line or the free throw line. The lines have been against them, generally speaking. But once they've been able to get in the paint, it's been a little bit of a different story. So Shoshnia, 17 points lead to all comers. Bertel has really stepped up in that quarter, along with Paz, that had to be said as well, in the absence of Hurtado. They started things really well. Bertel not afraid to get into the paint. The Scorcher also played a part. Arsentiva can't leave her open, no matter the range. Bang, bang, bang! Restrepo says not so fast. So 10 minutes of basketball remain for Latvia and Colombia here in the FIBA U17 Women's Basketball World Cup. They are playing for 11th place, but also playing for pride and to leave Czechia on a winning feeling. My name is Eric McFarlane. Thank you very much for tuning in and engaging in the chat wherever you may be around the world for this game. It has been a pleasure bringing you this game and the other games of this World Cup. Has been such a fun time here with this wonderful basketball community. Be part of our official community as well by being a FIBA YouTube member. Unlock exclusive content, get early access to highlights, acquire loyalty badges and emojis during live streams. Jump on board the FIBA YouTube membership today and jump on board that one. No, not quite. That one Doesn't quite get there for Pedroza. Oh, it opened up nicely. Great connection there. Senova had the open look there. The pass was pitch perfect. Trying to take on the entire defence there. Gets another opportunity. Somehow gets it out. And it bobbles in for Colombia. Been a lot more aggressive and assertive there from Colombia. Has brought some fruit. Shosnia dishes it back. Trokstana back to Shosnia. Doesn't quite get the calculations correct. Another opportunity, more offensive rebounds until it falls out of bounds. A reminder there in the chat as well, the game predictor contest. It's a little bit too late for this one, it has to be said. But you can predict your winner up until 5 minutes before every tip-off. And as you work your way up the leaderboard, you can potentially win some Nike gift cards or a replica of the official FIBA U17 Women's World Cup game bowl. So make sure you're on that. There are still a few more games to go before our main event clash between the USA and Spain later tonight. Promises to be a mouth-watering contest. Or does she keep it in the half court? She doesn't. Wonderful defensive pressure from Latvia. Couldn't really do much there, Murillo. The arm there, wonderful. Shosnia, of course it is. And Scrabble was there ready to pounce as well if the ball stayed in the half court. Scrabble fakes one way, goes the other, tries the right-handed layup, and that's come off Colombia last. So luck falls the way of Latvia that time. Will luck be a Latvia tonight? We'll soon find out. It certainly did on that play. Scrabble. Shot clock's almost out. In fact, it is out. They're all out of time. It's like a Back to the Future license plate. So defensive pressure continues to grow for both teams in this tight tussle, this low-scoring affair. It's making for an absorbing contest. Lovely look on the inside. Can't quite get the final touch there in the paint, Murillo. And it's thrown away by Latvia. Pressure's definitely amplified here in this quarter. It's all up for grabs, this one. Spin cycle in the paint. Well done, Restrepo. Just keep an eye out on that score update here as well. Adding some tension to this game there for a viewer as well. Scrabble, step back, three. Oh, Sunday afternoon. She's found a bank that's open. Transaction accepted. Filling the plate nicely, stops, props, then loses the handle. And the foul there, trying to get back and cover that transition defense. Scrabble, yeah, just a little overzealous there from Murillo. So again, Latvia just able to parry and parry away here. 8 points the margin. Yeah, we did lose the scoreboard for a second there, Jackson. We're back. Thank you for your patience there. And the ball goes to the outside there, coming off the Scotia last perhaps. So out of bounds appears to be the call. Coach Pinzone wants a review of this. I don't think he believes it came off a Colombian player last. So we will get a chance to check that out. I'll tell you what, I'm with you guys. I'm glad the scoreboard's back. That could have been some nerve-wracking stuff there. Let's have a look. Who's that come off last? What's your call at home? Has that come off the Colombian defender's hands? We get the zoom in. Or was that Latvia last? I will only accept answers before the official decision is given. No stolen valor there with this prediction. I'm not sure this is going to be the best angle, but we'll get back here. This is probably going to be the one that tells us. What's your call? You be the judge. Looked like there was an effect there. That's too close for these eyes to call. Who'd be a technical referee? Got two people looking over your shoulder. And it is judged that it has come off Tickmare last. So a good review there from a Colombian point of view. Oh, we have a new rookie in the chat, Darlene. Welcome. Of course, you can be a rookie starter or MVP being part of the YouTube membership program. And also subscribing to our FIBA channel is a thing that is just a clever thing to do. Patient build up here. Bertel gets into the paint. And I think that's come off Tickmare again. Is it right place, wrong time, or wrong place, right time? I'm not sure, but unfortunately it's taken her hands a couple of times in a row. Getting good looks in there, but just not that final execution, though. Restrepo has got all the time in the world, and she's got 3 points to show for it. Margin back to 5, 6.5 minutes to play here. Do not go away from your screen right now. Long range response, no. That goes out of bounds. Starting to see some highlights and wonder if there's going to be a big play to finish this off. That will be across the socials. It'll be on @NextGenHoops on Instagram and X. And with the official hashtag FIBA U17 for the FIBA U17 Women's Basketball World Cup here in Brno, Czechia. Bertel steps through, gets the contact there, gets the whistle, and gets a one-way ticket to the free throw line. Yes, Rasputin, we have a game. Colombia is in this up to their eyeballs, but they need to make these. Don't be giving these ones back. Need to make the free throws, and there it is. Opposition giving you the chance here. 9 of 20 from the free throw line. How much will that come back to haunt them? Make that 10 of 21, but still. I stand by my previous statement. Glad you woke up earlier to watch this. I agree, Chad. Although the time zone's a little bit different here, but this is definitely the perfect elixir to start your Sunday. And start your Sunday worth of basketball with us here on the FIBA channel. 4 on the shot clock. Tickmare comes in underneath. What a finish! Tough work there from Patricia. Double digits for her, but more importantly extends the lead back out to 6. An open look, no luck that time. Borikane dishes it off. Laganovica. There's Tickmare again. Oh, whipped away. Just stolen, grabbed, snatched, whatever you want to do. It's taken like the villains in a Liam Neeson movie. And now the step through. Oh, that one just taunted. Did the lap of honor. Tough work underneath. Another O-board leads to a second chance opportunity into the trip to the free throw line. Again, just put themselves in the right position there. Mariana Paz. Changes for Latvia to try and get that combination. Shoshnia, very important to note. A very key player of the Latvian side. That is a miss, though, from Paz on 4 personal fouls, which is why you can probably see when she was dejected when she came to the bench a little bit earlier on. Free throw line, just not getting that final blow here for Colombia. Mid-range, big look. Too much muscle on that one. Had too much wheat bix for breakfast. Was too strong. Not sure that one will carry the translation. And deflected out of bounds. I got to know the equivalent breakfasts there. Be very interested as the timeout is called there if you can drop in the chat. I went with wheat bix, a very Australian breakfast, but what's your go-to breakfast there in Colombia and Latvia? Because whatever it was, she had too much of. Can't have too much of this game. It's going to go down to the wire. 4.5 minutes remain. Colombia called a timeout. Latvia up by 6. They were up by as much as 19 points earlier in this game. But Colombia have fought and fought and fought to get themselves with the proverbial puncher's chance. So 4.5 minutes remain in this one in Brno. Pleasure to have your company wherever you are joining us from. Anyone bold enough to make a prediction from here? Is Latvia going to hold on, or Colombia going to storm over the top here? Good question in the chat. What should Latvia do here? And I think one of the things is probably just to stay out of their head. They must be thinking it's deja vu from last night. And that is, which way is that going? It's going back to Colombia again. Some disagreement there in the facial expressions. Maybe some discomfort, but let's have a look at this one here. Ooh, might have a bit of a point there, Laganovica. Also copped someone to the back of the head in that. Patel with a step through. Feet set for 3. No, not quite on that occasion. Yeah, Colombia are building momentum. Absolutely. Brocane gets it back very quickly. Tickmare. Scrabble. Nice pass on the inside. Spin off the contact. Well done. Strong work in and under. Lovely finish there. Priadita. Ambitious pass. Was that the ankles? Where's that going? It's going to a jump ball situation. Some calm called for by the referees. So far, though, it has been a case that every time that Colombia have thought they've had the answers, Latvia have been able to change the questions. And again, there another defensive stop. 3.5 minutes. The clock is probably the 6th player on the court as well for Latvia. Step through, Tickmare, strong finish there. Nice composure, catch, move, finish. Big basket there, extends it back out to double digits. Important not to panic on both sides here. Although, that said, there'll be some urgency required from Colombia. But you still have to get some clever shot selection. Not sure that was the right option that time. That was a very long-range speculator. Latvia almost know no other way. They move the ball quickly, but they are going deep into their shot clock, which is good clock management. That said, still need to make something happen here. 2 on that shot clock. And, oh, just a foul there at the last moment. There is going to come a point here where not only are they going to have to move through with pace Colombia offensively, but they have to make stuff happen. If Latvia can take the entire shot clock off each time, 0.8 there, that's going to be... No, it has reset there. Just a delay in the graphic. I was a little confused by that one. But they could take another 14 seconds off it here. All the way outside, misses that one. But that is a successful usage of about 40 seconds of valuable time there for Colombia. So Latvia, oh, strong off-ball contact. Too strong, as it were. And it will be tough from here. Have a look at this one here. Ooh. Rakane almost didn't want to go to ground, had no choice. Tigmare, step through. Do not adjust your sets. That's another replay of her last basket. She's only gone and done it again. Patricia stepping up to the plate in the key moment. That is centripetal motion in full effect. Grabs the ball, moves to the hoop. Poultry in motion there for Patricia. Misses the and one attempt. A little bit of disagreement on the last offensive foul. Healthy disagreement. I can see the argument being made there. Bertel can't get it over the defender. I'm not sure I agree with it being floppy. I think there's an argument either way on the call, but I don't think Rakane went to ground willingly, just off balance. But here's someone who stepped up with 6 of the last points for Latvia. Patricia Tigmare right on the shot clock, and we're going to get a timeout from there. In the blink of an eye, the margin has pushed out to 14 points, and Latvia have put the pedal to the metal. Now, considerably tougher for Colombia. 90 seconds remaining, 14 points the margin. Is there something crazy about to happen here? And that's going to be something that will haunt the coaching staff and the players. 10 of 23 could be a much different game, but those free throws were capitalised.
How many times are we going to see this? Baseline. Are you kidding me?
Papa Nicolau says, give it to me.
Go attacks to close out. Beat Bruno inside.
Fills it up. It's all right.
So big stanza of play here from Latvia. Have one hand on the victory here. A 10-0 run. Just when it looked like Colombia were charging, cometh the moment, cometh Patricia Tigmare. So now over to you, Colombia. Whatever you've got planned, it's got to be quick, it's got to be effective, it's got to be a step back, and it's not got to be a miss. But unfortunately for them, that's what it was. Latvia won't be in a rush, although that's a good look. And sometimes you just have to take what's on offer. And when you're feeling it, like Tickmare is feeling it right now, you can't blame her. And she's going to get to the line there. Yeah, it's... What is it? You don't punch a gift horse in the mouth. You don't let that opportunity go begging. Makes the first. Up to 15 points now. A big performance here from Patricia Tickmare. And goes 2 of 2. Yeah, maybe some momentum lost in that timeout for sure, Rasputin. Need a basket, get a basket. Possibly consolation at this stage there for Paz. Brokane. Well, no showing is slowing up. They still want to attack the basket. That's a level of confidence on the result for them, you'd imagine. Scrabble. Brokane thought about it. Spin move. Tickmare, the hot hand, the hot step. Here comes the hot stepper. But it's stripped away just as she thought she'd pass through. Brokane to inbound. Scrabble from long range. Too long, as it were. Shot clock violation. So don't forget, there's a big day of basketball ahead of us here. No foul called there. All culminating in the USA versus Spain game. 8:15 local time. Shot clock switched off. Looks like we're just going to dribble this one out here. So Latvia hold off Colombia. Brave and game Colombia. But this time Latvia able to hold on to their fast start and finish the tournament with a victory. 14 points, as it were. 14-point victors are Latvia. The same margin they had at quarter time. Probably doesn't tell the full story of the fight that Colombia showed. Words, tough luck for sure there for Colombia, but Latvia able to stay composed in this one. And they finish their campaign here in Czechia with a win and 11th place. So Shosnia with 17 points. Had some foul trouble there. So didn't get to extend further on that. So of course, with the upcoming basketball, jump on that predictor contest. Last chances to potentially win some Nike gift cards or the FIBA U17 Women's World Cup basketball game ball. There it is. Nice. Close up. Zoom in on that one. Hopefully you don't get one that gets wedged in a basketball hoop. Of course, make sure you're checking out @NextGenHoops on Instagram and X. Hashtag FIBA U17 is the official hashtag for the rest of the tournament. And of course, not just for today and the rest of this particular tournament, but there's never a bad time to become a FIBA YouTube member. Get access to the exclusive content, early access to highlights, loyalty badges and emojis for all of our live streams throughout the year. It's a growing community. You want to be part of it, so make sure you're part of that. And if you haven't already, because obviously in this World Cup, you're following your teams and following the hoops, but if you haven't already, make in the FIBA Under-17 Women's World Cup of Basketball. Hope you have a great afternoon, evening or morning, wherever you are. And make sure you stay tuned to the YouTube for the rest of the games action here. Big games coming up, finals and more classification games. Thank you for your company. Goodbye.